toast and cinnamon buns.
Good morning and welcome to Christian Fellowship. My name is Mike. Today is April 21st, 2020, and it is now 8:12 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast in Fall River, Massachusetts. And day looks nice out there. And I just finished cooking breakfast. My wife is in the other room asking who am I talking to. Lord, would you come and be with me, sit with me, interpret for me, whoever you want to watch this video. Okay, I invoke the Lord. He's with me. He's always with me anyway. He's always with you. First thing you wake up in the morning, that's the first thing you should do. Sit on the side of your bed and say, good morning, Lord. Good morning, Yahweh. Good morning, Holy Spirit. And then you can just say, here I am, Lord. Because he knows you're there anyway. But you've opened up the line of communication with him. And then you just have to sit and wait for his direction. We all need to turn our lives over to him and let him act in our lives. We have to do some of the work. He'll do most of the work. And I don't see a lot of people doing that. I can't make them. I can demonstrate how I do it. And hopefully people catch on to it and start trying to do the same thing in their own way. And that'd be a good thing for them, and a good thing for the Lord too. So we got checked out. I sent out my daily inspirational send to people on my list. If you'd like to be on that list, you can email me at jesusmusic99@gmail.com. I'll put your name on it, and I send them out pretty much every day. We're waiting for hopefully the stimulus money, because we're retired, so they've never really given a specific date. I think it's supposed to be tomorrow, but it wasn't there today, so if it's not there tomorrow, then you just got to keep waiting. You'll get it when they decide to send it, if that even happens. Who knows anymore? Especially in this world with this government, you don't really know. There's just so much dissension going on. People are getting antsy. My wife's getting antsy. She wants to, we don't want to get her depressed, because that's a bad thing. And even myself, if you sit and watch this boob tube that, the enemy made it. He gave it to everybody so he could control them. TV, computers, all this technology. It has some great uses, but it also can be used for evil. And unfortunately, evil took charge of it. And right now, that's who's using it. And they're controlling generations of the children that way, programming their minds to how they want them to think instead of. I think the best thing is, I've heard a few people say it, and I agree with 100%. That's get rid of the cell phones, the TV, the computers, and everything. Let people go back to their immediate surroundings, their neighbors, their children. This instant connection where you're walking through a store like a Walmart or, Stop and Shop, and everybody's on the phone. I mean, come on. It's we all thought it was cool at once, but now it's not. It's losing its coolness, so to speak, in my aspect, in my opinion, anyway. But that's the way it is. So I will sit here I got 4 minutes into it. I'll be here for about 20 minutes. I hope you stay with me. And I hope you invoke the Lord to sit with you also. Just say, Jesus, come sit with me and interpret for me. And every time you say that, he will do that. Ask and you shall receive. Do you feel anything? No, most of the time, no. Can you? Yes, you can. If he so chooses to reveal himself to you, you'll go from rock bottom up to the sky somewhere beyond the sky. But then you'll realize as you're up there that nobody else is there. So you start floating back down. Till you get back down to the world and realize that most people, I'd say 99% of them, just don't. They know Jesus. They believe that Jesus. But they don't practice what they preach. You just don't do it. And so you have to be an example of them and practice it. And I come to realize you have to practice it all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because this world, as we look at it, we go out there in that flesh world, in this flesh body, we're trapped until he calls us home. None of that is real. I mean, yeah, there's some things I guess you could call real. The trees and buds are starting to come out. And see, evil can't stop that because this world was made by God. And they want to take and make it their own world and live forever. And they're not going to do that because they didn't create this. They think they can do it. And that's what they're trying to do now, is what they're trying to do with the transgenderism and the Matrix and all the technology. They figure they can get AI and they can put their bio of themselves, which they're grabbing your bio with these things, and they're putting you in that matrix too. And you don't even know it. But they're not asking your permission. And I saw today Mark Zuckerberg from Facebook, he said that people around the country, a lot of people are using Facebook to organize protests about the lockdown because people want to get out. They want the economy started. And even with this phase 1, 2, and 3, it isn't going to start up. No, it's still up in the air. And we're all going to find that out on April 31st. What are you going to do about it then? You're not going to do anything because you're not in charge. They still have the power over everybody. They really don't, because if just everybody just said, you know what, I'm going to go to work. You go to work. Hopefully the people you work for, especially the mom and pop stores and the smaller businesses, they just got to open up. Maybe they, because they're breaking the food chains down now, pretty soon there'll be no food. They're going to use that as a control mechanism. Because if you have no food, and then somebody comes up and say, hey, listen, come on with me. I've got food, TV. I can give you all this stuff. What are you going to do? You're going to go with that. That's a bad choice. That is a bad choice. And people will start to, they'll start to see in time that it's going to be the way it is. And until it actually impacts your whole life, like now, a lot of people around the country, they're in their state. I think I was listening to some of the reports. One guy's state, he said they only had 7 deaths, and they locked the whole state down for 7 deaths. I mean, unfortunately, for the 7 deaths. But if you go through the records, you're going to find out that there's people aren't dying of heart attacks anymore. They're not dying of the flu. They're not dying of pneumonia. They're not dying. All they're dying of is COVID-19. That's it. There is no more deaths in anything else. Now, how would that happen? If this was a pandemic and everybody was dying from it, the other deaths would still go on. But that's not happening. They got, when you go into the hospital, if you go in with a broken leg and get blood infection and die, they're going to put down that you died of COVID-19. They're doing that now, falsifying the numbers so that they can tell everybody, oh, the numbers are bad, we've got to keep you locked down. You ought to check it out because it's the truth. But people aren't checking it out. They're still believing the lie. And as long as they believe the lie, then there's nothing you can do. The only truth in the whole world right now is the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, period. He won't lie to you. And he'll be there to help you. He is there to help you. He'll be there to help you. He is there to help you. He doesn't want you to believe these lies. I've got to get to where I just don't turn nothing on except come on, and I'll come on here to do this video. And a lot of places, you got YouTube, Facebook, even BitChute now is shutting out videos. Because as a company, it used to be BitChute wouldn't censor anything. Now all of a sudden, BitChute censored a couple of videos that I watch. Why would that happen? Because somebody got to the owners of BitChute and said, here, we'll give you $3.5 million or whatever if you cut that video off. Why would anybody want to delete a video? Okay? Unless the video was the truth and they don't want you to know the truth. They want you to believe the lie. That's what happens. But people don't believe it. And that's what it is. Unfortunately. So, it's kind of funny in a way. It's not funny, but it's when you think about it, someday all the people, well, not all the people, because they're going to know the truth. Right now, they don't know the truth. But someday they're going to know the truth. They're going to say, oh, why didn't I listen? Unfortunately, it'll be too late then. Because they will have lost their country and their freedom. Right? There are more people in this country than these people that are trying to do this. Okay? There might be a lot of people working in the government. But there's still more people outside the government. And supposedly the government is for them. They took that away real quick. It's not a government for the people, by the people anymore. It's a government for the government, by the government. If you can't see that, you are blind. You might have sight, but you're blind. And because I've noticed that for years. So you know what? It's like the pornography on TV. And I noticed that years and years ago. And I used to say, well, they shouldn't be allowing this kind of stuff on TV. But the Hollywood was putting it right on there. Nobody was stopping it. And because they put it up, who are they influencing? They're influencing the parents, the children, the whole family structure. Sad, sad. Anyway, we'll all come through this if we join together and just say, you know what? We are free, and you do what you want, but I'm not listening to you. That's what we all have to do. Just like I got to get up in the morning and say, good morning to Jesus, come in here, send out my little thing, and quit watching these videos on YouTube and whatnot, because it saddens you when you see the ignorance of the government and the ignorance of the people that are actually letting these people do this stuff to them. You know? I mean, there should have been people going after these government people a long time ago, getting rid of them. But I'm as much to blame as any. You know, you think, oh, no, Americans wouldn't do that to Americans. Yeah. Well, a lot of these people really aren't even Americans. They have a dual citizenship. They're from another country, but they get a citizenship here and they're in politics because they have money. They bought their way in. They all know each other. They all do. All the billionaires and millionaires and trillionaires, they know each other. Don't think they don't, because they do. And they don't want a middle class. They want serfs and them. And that's what they're going after. And it's kind of funny because all the people that are helping them do that, and they'll throw them out too. Because they're just using them. The AOCs and the other people. They think they're going to, because they did all this work, they're going to get thrown out. They're going to. So the best place you can be is right here, sitting next to Jesus. Is he going to have you do something today? I don't know. Maybe. That's up to him. But as long as I'm sitting next to him and recognizing him, no harm can come my way unless he agrees with it and lets it happen for my good. I'll keep saying that because that's the truth. And that's the way it is. Okay, well, I'm going to put this. Takes probably about a half hour to get all this, uploaded to the internet. And I'm going to be making some changes in my life. I'm going to get rid of my cell phone for one, and my wife has the internet, so I'll use the internet for just these purposes, and then get off it, turn it off. Yeah. I looked at it and said, well, you keep abreast of what's going on. But really, we do. But see, we already had a divided country because you got half the country that believes this stuff, what your mainstream media is saying. You got half the country that doesn't believe it. So what they're trying to do now, and I heard in New York, the governor of New York is saying, look, we want you to report anybody that's not wearing a face mask. So he's trying to get all the citizens of New York to report on their fellow, snitch on their fellow neighbors. You know what that's going to cause sometime? Somebody finds out you snitched on them, they're going to go beat the shit out of you. Excuse my language, Lord. But they will. It will turn into violence against people against me. That's what they want. Because then they have to, we're coming to the rescue. We will quell the violence. We'll arrest those people and throw them in a FEMA camp. And then you never come back from the FEMA camp. Ever. That was proven in Katrina. And they'll have the FEMA barges come up, they load you on those, they take you out in the ocean, and you never come back. They bring it back, take another load, and that's it. People don't believe that. God bless you. And God bless all these people that are doing this stuff. Let God shower blessings on them. That's what he tells us to do. That's hard to do because these people are evil. But that's not our job. Our job is to bless them and ask the Lord to bless them and leave the correcting to him. He can change their mind in a heartbeat. Read the Bible. He did that throughout the Old Testament. And in the New Testament, Jesus can do that. I heard some videos yesterday that, actually this morning, or I guess it was this morning, and they were talking about it. They bring Jesus into things. And it kind of gives you an people, they don't really believe 100% that Jesus actually came back from the dead. They think he's a prophet, he was this and that. But, they're skeptical on the whole thing of the Bible. My unfortunately, they're going to find out that they're very wrong in that. You know, I know that for the truth. And that's where he did come back. And he's still coming back to certain people. Not everyone sees him, they only experience him spiritually. And having been dead, I know you cannot destroy the soul. You can destroy the flesh body, but you cannot destroy the soul. The soul is created by God, Yahweh, the Father. The devil did not create the soul. The devil can influence the soul. It you go back to Genesis. But it can't create the soul. It's trying to make the soul into this digital matrix or whatever AI and all that stuff. So they think they can live forever. They'll replace God. They can never replace God because they didn't create God. God created them. And he's offered them time of repentance. That time of repentance on some day is going to end. And then there won't be any chance of mercy at that point. Because time will stop. Jesus will return. As it says in the Bible, he'll return out of the clouds on a white horse. What we're going to see in the coming future months is going to be evil creating all kinds of things which the technology can create to try to fool people. And a lot of people are going to be fooled. So if you're a Christian, I wouldn't be fooled. Actually, it's going to fool the Muslims, all the religions, because you're going for one world religion. But there is only one true religion, and that is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yahweh. That's it. There is no other. And in fact, I was running through some videos. This is quite a while, maybe a couple of years ago. And because there's a lot of things on, flying saucers and aliens and all that. They say under the North Pole, there's a whole colony of aliens, all this, the Pope's been there, all these politicians have been there, and whatnot. And there's different races, I don't know, different alien races, I guess. And they were talking about, now I can't remember the name of the race, and they came and they were talking to people because they can learn our language, and they were asking people, or one race was, are you the prime creator? In other words, even them, they can do a lot of things. They have technology way above us. But even they know there's a prime first creator. And they don't know who it is. They have a God consciousness, so they know that there's something. So when you can't make one up, then you just, if you don't know this one, you make one up. Like the Israelites kept doing golden calves, other gods. Even after Yahweh, or God the Father, did all that good for them. Go back and read Kings. Actually, read the whole Bible from beginning to end. That's what my friend and I are trying to do. I just got to stay away from the videos because the videos are somewhat depressing for me because I feel bad for people. I feel bad for the world. I'm not worried about it. I already know. You go to the other side, you can see on the other side. In other words, all the people that have died, they're watching us. Some have already have been taken to heaven with Jesus. Others probably have not. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I know I went there. I could see things. There was no sound, but I could see things in a room. And then the Lord brought me back. And because I wasn't done, that's not how I am to pass from this realm. That's already written in a book somewhere in Him. And that's okay. Actually, I'll tell you, once going from this realm to, there's no pain over there that I've experienced. There will be someday, according to the Bible, but not while I was there. See, the soul or the spirit of a person, you cannot destroy. The only one that can destroy that is the Creator, which is Yahweh. So, knowing that, we should have extreme reverence for Him, because He can take us out of here and look, immediately, anytime He wants. He proved that if you back in, I think it was Jeremiah or Leviticus. Aaron the priest, he had been chosen as priest, and he had sons. And two of his sons messed up in the procedures to worship Yahweh, and Yahweh killed them just like that. And eventually he killed Aaron because he disobeyed. And he stopped Moses from going to the promised land. However, Moses, and we know, made it to the spiritual realm with, he was there with, it was either Isaiah or one of the other prophets. So they showed on the Mount of Transfiguration, Moses and Elijah, I think it was. It's either Elijah or Isaiah. I can't remember which. But in the New Testament, that's told us. But Moses died on this side of the Jordan. Okay, and God buried Moses because there was no one to bury him. So God buried him, took his soul up to heaven. But he didn't get to see the promised land. And on the promised land that the Israelites went to, Joshua took them over. That he spent a whole bunch of time disobeying God, obeying God, disobeying God, obeying God, disobeying. It's tons of it, really. Even David, who did much for Yahweh. At the end, toward the end of his reign, he was not in good favor with Yahweh. All of them. All caved in. Vanity, the flesh life, the pleasures they wanted. You got to give it up. There's nothing in this world is going to them except your spirit. Praise God. All right. Love, joy, and peace to you. I'll get this up. I got up over 28 minutes. All right. I'll see you in a little bit. Peace. Love you all. Bye-bye.